Quick announcement at the start of this video, the VQ Black Friday sale has now gone live, up to 80% off across the whole website. Using my code FIM will get you an additional 15% off your order on top of the Black Friday sale. I massively appreciate anyone that does use my code, and if you do want to get anything from VQ, then there will be a link in the bio. YouTube, welcome back to another video. It is 5:30 a.m. We're at the gym for fasted cardio. I have an exciting day to take you through today. We're heading up to Birmingham to Foundry Gym Warwick, I believe. I think that's near Birmingham. At least it's like a similar kind of location. But we're heading up for a VQ lift, right? The VQ Black Friday sale starts today, as you would have seen at the start of this video. So we're gonna head up, meet the VQ team. I think there's gonna be a lot of people there. Gonna grab a session, grab some content. It's gonna be a sick day, but as you know, we always start the day with cardio, so that's why we're here now. Probably just gonna hit like an easy 8K, and then we'll be home, getting meal one down us, and then heading up to Birmingham. Right, so that is the 8K done, and a current rig update for you. New condition found this morning. I'll be completely honest, I don't know what we weighed in at because I didn't weigh myself. I've got a busy day, so I think my brain was so wired, I just got up, got ready and went straight to the gym. But yeah, no, the run felt good. I'm happy with the condition in which I'm holding right now. I reckon, like I said, I was 88 kilos last time I updated you all. I reckon another couple of kilos off and I should be good. I should be in a position in which I'm happy with, where I'm looking sharp, I'm looking lean, and I can simply just maintain from there. So yeah, back home now, time to get in meal one. Right, so we made it to the gym. 3.5 hour trip that was, probably a little bit longer because of the traffic. Bro is 40 minutes late. That is not like me at all. I'm usually absolutely on it when it comes to my tardiness. So yeah, I'm gonna head in now, say hello to everyone, and then we're gonna have a little train. Give me a nice little reference.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I got an ACL, PCL, everything's got on my knee. Literally everything's got on my knee. Football. They don't know, bro.
Right, YouTube. It is the following day. Didn't film anything for the rest of that day. Went straight home after. Got through the door quite late. Still had a little bit of work to wrap up. Had a great time at the VQ event, by the way. Walked away with a few goodies. The Backy Hammer collection, which is coming out next week. And as you know, the VQ Black Friday sale has gone live, up to 80% off across the whole website. Code FIN will get you an additional 15% off, and of course it would support me massively. So appreciate anyone that heads down, grabs something from VQ, the best gym garments in the UK. You will not find better quality elsewhere. Link will be in the bio. But something in which I wanted to wrap up this video with and make the whole sort of video around, say, bearing in mind this was more of a weekend vlog, I did want to sprinkle in that touch of value for you, because recently, those of you that have been following will know that I've been on a fairly aggressive cut the past 4 weeks. I'll literally pop a photo up on the screen of how that's going so far. I am going to continue dieting down. As you know, I woke up at 88 kg last time I weighed in. And with that, I do want to get down to around about 85, 86 kilo. I reckon another couple kilo to find will have me in a very, very respectable lifestyle shape in which I can hold year round, ultimately still perform at a good standard, feel good, and be happy with the way in which I look in the mirror, right? Which 4 weeks ago, I wasn't so happy. I decided that I wanted to do quite an aggressive diet. I wanted to bring things in quickly, and I wanted to get back in some pretty decent shape in pretty sharp fashion. So I'm going to talk to you around how I structured this aggressive cut, should we say. And I'm not going to guide or tell you how I think you should do it, because again, everyone's journey will look completely different. A lot of people probably won't be able to run an aggressive cut such as I have and stay disciplined throughout. Some people may need a little bit more time to bring it in. Some people have a hell of a lot more to lose than what I had to lose ultimately. But I've dropped 6 kg in the last 4 weeks. I went from 94 kg to 88. So I'm going to run you through how I structured this aggressive cut in regards to my training, my cardio, and my nutrition. So first and foremost, nutrition. Now, I calculated my maintenance calories at the start of this dieting phase. I simply times my body weight in pounds by 15. That will give you a rough estimate of your maintenance calories for where you are currently at. It's not going to be completely accurate, no, but it will give you a rough estimate if you're wanting to just get a baseline to go off of and get the ball rolling from there. That for me at the time led to around about 3,100 calories. From there, you decide how much of a calorie deficit you want to create initially. As you know, I wanted to go fairly aggressive with this, so I put myself straight into a 1,000 calorie deficit with food. I decided to go quite aggressive with this. It's not pretty, I will be completely honest with you, but it is sustainable for the short term for me anyway, and it will get the job done, as you can see. So my calories rounded out to around about 2,100 calories a day, and I kept that linear day to day. I didn't manipulate training to rest day food. I just wanted to keep that calorie set point linear day to day, just to make it a little bit easier for me to sustain. It took away the guesswork. I knew exactly what I was eating. I created a meal plan within that calorie budget, and I stuck to it day to day. I didn't have any off plans, didn't have any refeeds. I just stuck to that 2,100 calories day in, day out. I had my protein at 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, which was just over 200 gram of protein for me, and then carbs and fats made up the rest of my diet. But I wasn't really too fussed about where they sat on the macronutrient scale. In terms of my training now, I was training 5 days a week, let's say 5 days a week, 4 resistance training sessions, 1 high rock session, and of course I did have my cardio on top of that as well. So with that, I trained a push, a pull, a legs and an upper body, and I had my high rock session at the end of the week. In regards to my cardio, I was doing cardio daily. Now this was a mixture of running, intervals, urge work, and Stairmaster as well, low intensity, steady state. Main reason being is because I enjoy doing my cardio each and every day, just getting up, getting my cardio done first thing, boxing that off. You win that first battle of the day. It really helps me clear my mind and channeling my focus for the rest of the day. I find that I'm so much more productive, efficient, effective day to day. So I decided to do cardio each and every morning. And that cardio really lasted anywhere between 45 to 60 minutes, depending on the cardio, right? If I was doing something like a 12K zone 2, that would normally take me just over 60 minutes. If I was doing intervals, that may take me 40, 45 minutes, say. Sometimes it was less. I've done a 5K test throughout this dieting phase, and I managed to run one in just over 20 minutes, which is actually a new PB for me. If I did do Stairmaster, that would be anywhere between 45 to 60 minutes. Of course, this dieting phase was very, very aggressive with the addition of the cardio as well, bearing in mind how aggressive of a deficit I was in with food. But I kept my training to a good quality, kept my training to a high standard. I was still lifting heavy in the gym. I didn't lose any strength. I didn't lose any performance throughout my resistance training sessions. As you can see with the shape in which I'm in now, I'm still holding a decent amount of muscle. I'm still looking like I lift weights, despite the fact that I have taken up a lot of running with the prep for my high rocks. So yeah, that's ultimately what I did there. I didn't touch food throughout the whole 4 weeks. I didn't manipulate my food. Like I said, with my cardio, I had my set cardio sessions, and then the days in which I wasn't doing that. So for example, my set cardio sessions, I may do 2 runs a week, 1 intervals, 1 urge work, and then on the remaining days I would go in and just get on the Stairmaster for 45 to 60 minutes, just to ensure that I got myself moving daily. With my steps, I didn't actually count my steps, funnily enough. I was doing enough activity throughout the week in order to be a little bit more sporadic with my steps. If I could head into the gym and get in a half an hour walk, because it's quite cold in the UK at the minute, so I don't really fancy doing them outside, then I would do. But I'm mainly sat at my desk working, coaching. So for me, my steps were a little bit more sporadic day to day. I could roughly estimate that I was probably getting anywhere between 6 to 10,000 steps a day. So yeah, that is how I did it. Again, I'm not trying to guide or tell you how you should run an aggressive cut. I'm just telling you exactly what I did for those of you that are interested. Would I recommend an aggressive cut? For a lot of you, probably not, right? I would argue that very few of you would actually be able to see it through and stick to it, right? You got to think, this is my job. This is what I do day in, day out. I probably have a little bit more availability throughout the day in order to put my focus into this in regards to morning cardio, being able to spend a little bit more time in the gym, of course, being able to make my own meals fresh as well. I don't have to prep anything, take anything to work with me, etc., etc. So with a lot of you, I would recommend a more sustainable approach to fat loss. Create a slight deficit to begin with, slowly titrate cardio as and when you need to. Make the manipulation as and when you need to, right, in order to overcome metabolic adaptations and continue chipping away at body fat week to week. Giving it more time and creating structure and a solid routine is going to see then long-term sustainable results. For me, this is my job. Being in shape is part of the job for me because I'm an online coach, right? I coach a lot of clients and I have to walk the walk and lead from the front. For me, I wasn't in the shape in which I wanted to be in 4 weeks ago, and I wanted to change that, like I said, in very, very sharp fashion. So that's exactly what I did. I'm now in a shape in which I'm happy with. I'm feeling confident. I would probably argue that this is the best physique in which I've ever had. It's not the leanest I've ever been. It's not the biggest I've ever been. You all saw me back in the bodybuilding days, right? But this is the happiest in which I've ever been with the way in which I've looked. Downsized, not as lean, say, still holding a six-pack though, still looking muscular, but not looking like an absolute mass monster. Not that I ever did, but I was a hell of a lot bigger. Being able to fit clothes nicely, being able to feel confident with my shirt off, that is realistically the position in which I want to be in, and I feel like that is the position in which I am in now. But of course, I am going to dig for a touch more condition, get in that elite lifestyle shape, and look to hold that throughout while still improving on my performance. So yeah, that is everything there for this video. And if you are wanting help with getting in shape, then there is going to be a link below for my one-to-one coaching. There are spaces available. Like, share, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff, and I will see you in the next one.